We're here with the kids. Hello, guys. Yeah! And we're celebrating it. You know, it's a 500 festival, right? We're celebrating it here with the Indy 500 Pace Car and Zachary Scott, who is on the board of the 500 festival. And Zach, so tell us about this car. What do we have for the car this year?
Well, we have a Camaro, and it's a pretty unique Camaro. This car is extremely fast. And this is the 101 running of the Indy 500, and certainly happy to be out here with the kids. They certainly have enjoyed the day and enjoyed this car. But the pace cars, is actually 33 pace cars that the directors have during this period of time, and we enjoy bringing them around so everyone can see these great pace cars and how happy we are to meet the public and make sure they understand that the Indy 500 and the 500 Festival, it's time, it's May, and May is the time to have a great fun. So glad to be here.
Okay, and why is it so important for the kids to be a part of this, you think?
Well, I think the kids need to understand the history of the Indy 500, and certainly the Indy 500 is a very much so part of Indiana and the history of Indiana. And it's a great opportunity for the kids to get a chance to not only see the cars, but also experience what I can consider to be the heritage of the state. And so, again, it's May, and it's time for a lot of fun.
Okay, well, we thank you so much, Zachary Scott, who's on the board for the Indy 500 Festival, and these wonderful kids at Sunnyside Elementary School having a great time with the Indy Pace Car. And we'll be back with more after this, right, guys?
All right.
Yeah! Our Pace Car Fun Day here at Sunnyside Elementary School continues with Zachary Scott, who's made all this possible today. He's on the board for the Indy 500 Festival. And Zach, it's not just about what happens in the month of May, right?
Absolutely not. You know, the whole idea is to really get kids to understand not only the history of the 500, but also the 500 Festival. Keep in mind that since 1911, we've been running races at the Indy 500, so it's got a rich history. And this car goes 200 miles an hour. It's a Camaro, and at the track, I got a chance to actually go around and take this car around. It's pretty fast. So.
At 200?
Well, not quite at 200, but it was pretty fast. But it gives me a great opportunity to be here with the kids and to share this great opportunity to drive one of these cars and for them to see what it's all about.
Okay, something going on in May? I mean, in September.
Hey, it's right there, May 28th.
September.
In September, we're also going to have Kids Day at the track. So that's going to be a phenomenal opportunity, too, for kids to kind of share in the opportunity to be on the track and also to actually run on the track. So it's an interactive day for kids, and we hope to have the kids really enjoy that.
Okay, now tell us the truth, and we're not trying to get you a ticket, but how fast have you gone on the street?
I can't really say.
He pleads the fifth. All right. Also joining us is the principal here at Sunnyside Elementary School, Tierney Anderson. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. Thank you for coming out and allowing us to come out to be a part of your day. What does this mean to you and to Sunnyside Elementary School to be a part of the Pace Car experience?
Well, it really means a lot to us because here at Sunnyside and at Lawrence Township, we look to bring experiences to our students that they wouldn't normally get. So even when we were going through the process of this morning, the students were asking, what is a pace car? What is it? What do you mean? What about the Indy 500?
The Race for the Kids tour continues, and our stop today is on the west side of Indianapolis, and we're with Pastor Chad Fulkerson of City View Christian Church here on the west side of Indy. How are you?
Pretty good, thank you.
All right. So what do you think about the Pace Car being here on site?
I believe it's really impacted the kids, and then what all goes on tomorrow and stuff will really shine in them brightly and give us a chance to minister to them and just to show them more love.
Okay. Tell me about the neighborhood itself and the various boundaries here and tell people where we are and something about the neighborhood itself.
We're at 23rd and Mount Com, which is not too far from 29th and MLK. We're right by the Old Bush Stadium, which are now apartments off of 16th Street. So we're just a few blocks from that. This is a major crime area. It's right next to Hallville. It's #1 in murders in the state of Indiana. And so we've been planted here just to spread seeds and to show Jesus' love and just to really impact the inner city. And we just want to start with the kids, and we bus in the homeless, we bus in the inner city kids, and just show them love and give them hope and a place to be, a place to belong.
Okay. Your approach is a little different than some I've seen. When you walk in, tell people what they see when they come to City View Church.
We just try not to look so much like a church. We're more of a Christian center. So we're an outreach center that just buses everybody in. So it's not real church style. We got bounce houses, popcorn, snow cone, cotton candy machines, and we just try to do it big and have fun with Jesus.
All right, amen, amen. I love it, I love it. Okay, well, thank you so much for allowing us to come out today and to share and to help you, to help the kids.
Yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate everything you guys have done.
Okay, amen. We're making another pit stop on the west side of Indianapolis for Race for the Kids. What do you learn from the different stops that you make in sharing this pace car with the community?
Well, we're at City View Church today, and what I learned is that the desire for a lot of these kids that would not normally have an opportunity to see the pace car, really kind of understand what Indy 500 is all about, or the 500 Festival, I think is extremely important. Many of these kids have lived in Indianapolis for many years and haven't even been able to go to the track, nor in some cases see the track, and they're only a few miles away from it. So I think bringing the pace car here today gives them an opportunity to kind of feel what May is all about, and certainly has an historical value here in the city. And I think it's our obligation to make sure that these young kids understand what it's all about.
Taking it on the road again today. We're still on the west side of Indianapolis at 30th and Dr. King Street. And we have Michela, who's also a member of the board. Your sister is as well, right?
Yeah, my sister's the primary member of the board. I'm the +1. I do all the dirty work. Susan gets all the glory.
All right, amen to that. So you came out today with the car, and tell us why it was so important for you to bring the car by for the kids to see.
Well, I thought it was important because I think it's important for the car to be seen here in our community. And I think a lot of the children live here in Indianapolis. They've lived here all their lives, and they've never been to the track. They've never seen the pace car. So I think it's important for them to see it and enjoy it just like the rest of the community does.
Okay. What do you think has kept us from going to the track, from having access to seeing a car like this on the site where it's just sitting here and the kids are enjoying it?
Well, for me, I can only speak to myself. I mean, I wasn't a big race fan. And so the Indianapolis 500 wasn't really a big thing for me. But now with the exposure and a lot of people getting an opportunity to see a lot more, there's more that goes on besides the race. There's a parade, there's the whole month of May. It's a whole celebration. So it's important that we realize and we embrace it as a community that it's the whole community. It's not just the race community, it's the whole community of Indianapolis. And so I think now when people are beginning to realize that it's the whole community, kids are beginning to learn more about the race and seeing the pace car and seeing the activities that surround it. And then they're getting a little more interested in the race.
Okay.
So
Sounds like exposure is the key.
exposure is very important. It is. But it's fun and we enjoy doing this.
Four hula hoopers on the floor going strong. Leave it down. 3 hula hoopers going strong. 3 hula hoopers going strong. Congratulations, Angel. Get you a prize. All right. We got one more? One more gift?
Why do you think that the kids who are here today, who are participating, haven't had the opportunity that you're affording them today?
Well, I think we have to create that opportunity. And so today is an opportunity for kids to come out, see the pace car, and also get a chance to actually go and see a practice race. That's really what the whole idea behind this is. That over the next couple of days, so there'll probably be at least 100 kids will get a chance to go to that race. That's going to make me really happy. And certainly when you think about the opportunities they do have, this will open up their eyes to something they've never seen before. And quite frankly, that's what this is all about, is give them an opportunity to see things they haven't seen before. And that will inspire them in a way that they've never been inspired before. So I'm really happy that that's going to happen.
What's the goal in terms of for the exposure? Is it about getting to the track? Is it about careers in racing? What do you think?
Well, like anything else, the 500 festival is about touching the community in so many different ways. And this is an opportunity for the kids that are in this community have an opportunity to see something they haven't seen before. And I think that will inspire them in all kinds of facets, whatever they see. I mean, it's just like anything else. When you're exposed to something that you've never been exposed before, and now you're exposed, you open your eyes up to something you've never seen before, you have some different ideas about life. And that's what we want to do.
One. Now to the left. Somebody kick it out. One. Twist it out. And to the right. We're going to do something different on this one. We're going to do something different. Now freeze. Now twist it out. I felt that one. To the right. Here we go. Somebody, they're going to teach us, Kelly. Class is in session. How you do it?
And I'm a demon all day. Dudes love to hate, so they try to sue me. Females be stuck to me. I think they try to glue me. I make the party shine bright when it started glooming.
And I think it's important that we take some time out to do what we're doing today. So, of course, we got a track with the bouncy house. We got a track with the great music and a track with the fun and the food. But, way down underneath, it's just trying to have a good time with our neighborhood. Let them know we love them. And that's it.
Right, and having two probably $70,000 pace cars on site doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt, and they could, having given past a key and let me drive around a little bit wouldn't hurt either, but I understand. It's all good.
A hint well taken. So what do you think has kept, whether it's the children or even our generation, from being exposed more to the track? Is it something cultural or is it something, why? What do you think that is?
Well, today our young people are bombarded with so much, so quickly, in so many areas. It used to be you only had a few news stations, you had a couple of newspapers, and when news hit, you could find out about it one way or another. Today they have Snapchat, they've got Facebook, they've got YouTube, they got all these other ways of getting their information. And to be quite frank, if you are a young minority within the community, many of those channels are not geared towards you. So even though there are things on Twitter, if you're not included in that group, then you're not going to get the information. Are not able to access the same kind of information everybody else does. They don't live in the communities where the pace cars are riding down the street. They don't have family members that are actually going to the track. They can't afford it. So, that's what keeps a lot of young people in minority communities from opportunities like this, because it's not part of their purview. It's not in their neighborhood. It's not in the outlets that they watch or read. And so they miss out, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, check them out. Star Pace Car 2017 drop top, y'all.
I just wanna rollie with a double ranch. I already got some design.
Joining us, the DJ of the afternoon, DJ Mama Mia. Tell us about what you're doing out here today and celebrating the Indy 500.
Well, I'm here to enhance the atmosphere for one, and I love to be involved with community events, and so I'm here to just to have a good time.
Okay, so how important do you think it is for kids to come to see the car today?
I think it's very important because it gives them some more exposure. Some kids are not exposed to what's going on actually on the west side of Indianapolis at the Speedway track. And so this gives them a chance to see the cars, to look inside the car, to know about what the race is going to be about. So it's very important for them to come out today.
Okay, now you do, whether it's Indy 500 events, you do everything.
I do the 500 mini marathon every year and get the runners, the 35,000 runners off the track, and they come and party with me, and then they jump back on the track. But anyway, it's fun. I love it, and I'm just grateful.
Okay, well, we're grateful to have you here, DJ Mamma Mia.
DJMammaMia.com.
She's a good PR person too.
Welcome to Race for the Kids. Somebody's going to the track this year. Check out the 2017 Pace Cars. Check them out. Drop top, soft top. They're looking good out here.
Joining us now is Pastor Brian Shobe of Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church here on the west side of Indianapolis. Thanks so much for joining us. So why was it so important for Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church to be involved in today's Race for the Kids?
Well, we're actually from the east side, 38th and Forest Manor, and we want to partner with Christ Missionary and bring our kids out to support what's going on, trying to rejuvenate the neighborhood, bring attention to the hopes and dreams of our children. A lot of times our children don't have opportunities that they might otherwise have. They're stuck in their own little neighborhoods, their own little worlds. We want to expose them to something different, and this was an opportunity for us to do so.
Okay. So now, what do you think their take is on all of this and seeing the pace car and being up close with that? What does that mean to them?
Well, their first take is they know somebody cares, that somebody wants to do something for them other than just what they might normally have around their own neighborhood. The second, this is really a two-part thing. Not only are we coming out to see the pace cars, but we're also been given the opportunity by the foundation, the 500 Foundation, to take them to the time trials. And if they've never been to something like that, going to an Indy 500 race, watching the fastest cars in the world go around the track, just the opportunity to do that. I did it when I was much younger. I haven't been in a few years, but it is something you never forget.
It sounds like a car that just went by, actually, from the track.
I used to live on the west side, and from my house and my apartment, both places I lived, when the 500 was running, you could hear the cars going around the track.
I'm telling you, even from 86th Street on the northwest side, you can hear the cars.
The cars going around the track. Imagine the power and the presence of those vehicles when you're standing there at the track. I've had many opportunities. I've even been in the pits. I've been in the suites with companies that invited us. So, they want our business, so they invite us to come. Our children, this might be the closest they ever see a pace car. So, but we want to hopefully then take them and give them the opportunity, give them hope and dreams that they can do the same thing themselves.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Bless you. Thanks for coming out. Thanks to WHMB for being here too.
All right.
Bless you.
What did you think of the car? Tell me as much as you can remember.
I think it's nice, and I like the rims, and I like how fast it goes up to 200, and I want to drive it.
All right. Now, if you were to drive it, where would you go?
To Atlanta, because it's a lot of fun there.
Okay. So have you ever been to the Indy 500?
No.
Okay. So would you like to?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to work on that.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, honey. We're here at the Hawthorne Community Center on the west side of Indianapolis, checking out this wonderful pace car, right, guys? Yeah! All right. And joining us is
Natalie.
Hi, Natalie. And tell us what you think about this car.
I think it's shiny and beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to have one?
Probably.
I would think so, too. And we also have your name.
Vivian.
Hi, Vivian. Have you been out to the track yet?
No.
Okay. Do you plan to go?
Yes.
All right. So are you a race fan?
Not kind of.
You're getting there, though, because you like this car, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. What do you like about it?
I like the because
What do you like about it the most?
I like the most because the insides. so cool.
Yeah, like those red and black leather seats. All right, thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
There you have it. Here at Hawthorne Community Center, having fun with this gorgeous pace car with the kids who are getting a chance to see what it's like to be a part of the Indy 500 race and the pace car. Yeah! All right. And two lovely ladies here with me who have made this whole thing possible today are Diane Arnold with the Hawthorne Community Center and Tony Meyer, who does so much for our community as far as the 500, has served on the board and so many other things. We're going to talk to her in a second, but we have Diane here. Diane, tell us what it means to the children that we have the pace car here today for them to experience.
Well, any connection that we can make to the activities that occur out at the Motor Speedway is great. Our families can walk out of their houses and hear those cars going around the track, but they often don't have the opportunity to go because of either transportation or cost or just the time for their parents. Their parents are very working hard parents, and so to have a little piece of the Speedway come to us today and have our children and even their parents have been very excited about being able to see this and to hear the car as it starts up and to just for that little moment feel like they're a part of something that is a great tradition for this city.
Tell us about the area and tell us about how you serve the people in this community and some of their struggles.
Hawthorne's been here for about 95 years. We serve a great population. It's a very diverse population of African American, Caucasian, and Latinos. We provide early childhood, all-day care for children 3 to 5, before and after school care. We help people find jobs. We have a senior citizen program, so we kind of take care of the whole family. And we're kind of like the lighthouse in this community that we help people with whatever needs they have and to help them when they have extra needs. If their car breaks down and they have to make a decision, or they don't have the money to do that, we help with those kinds of things. So it's a great place, and we have, we've been here a long time, and we have some 3rd and 4th generation families that have remained in this neighborhood, and this community center is a reason for that stability.
Okay, so this is a great opportunity to reach out to them and touch the lives of those in the community. And then we have Tony Meyer, and I know you are an instrumental part of this. What does it mean for you for this to be here today for the kids in the neighborhood?
Well, I have fond recollection of an event that the 500 Festival put on when I was on staff many years ago. We won't name how many, but as one of the, I think, 3rd generation or 2nd generation employees here now was a little girl back in the day, and she said that was one of her favorite childhood memories. We'd come up here on an evening prior to the mini marathon, and we'd have all the pace cars, and we'd have princesses, and Diane would do a poster contest, and winners would get to ride around the neighborhood in a little parade under police escort, and it was just fabulous. And for a young woman that now works here to say that was one of her favorite childhood memories really says a lot about what these kind of opportunities mean to this neighborhood and this community.
Okay, well, we appreciate what you've done and what you're doing here today.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be back as part of the Hawthorne family, and they just do great work, and it's terrific to have this happen here today, right? Race week, and green flag's going to drop here pretty soon.
That's right. All right. So get those engines going. We're having fun here at the Hawthorne Community Center on the west side of Indianapolis. I'm Kelly Vaughn.